Well, hey, how are you? Welcome to Laird Wellness Live.
Good evening. How are you?
Scott Laird, Jody Laird. Nice to see you. Thank you to so many of you who have joined our Laird Wellness Biologic Blueprint Wellness Program, having lots of successes. And tonight we're going to show you some of the successes from a couple of people.
Yeah, a few people who are doing fantastic.
Yes, very awesome stuff. And some stuff we didn't even know. We started interviewing them and we said, hey, we got to share these interviews with everybody because it's so cool, the stuff that they're discovering about themselves. And so we decided to bring these folks out to you tonight, and we are starting a brand new batch. Before we get to that, I want to tell you about our latest batch of people. So starting on March 15,
Right.
we've
coming
got
right up soon.
coming right up, but people have already signed up. So people are ready to go on March 15th. So if you want to be part of this, today was supposed to be the deadline. We're going to extend it a little bit. Because we want you to get in on this. Okay, so it's a brand new beta program that we're doing. Same type of idea, but we're going to do it as a group now.
Right.
So we're going to have we're going to learn as a group at 1 week by Zoom, and then the next week we'll have individual meetings with you and go through your individual stuff and your blood tests and all kind of stuff. And so we still have room for 4 people. Still have room for 4 people at the beta price. So if you want to get in on the beta price, get in on it now. And you can use the link at the bottom of the screen and have a half-hour consultation with me personally and see if it's right for you. No obligation. Call it, make an appointment using that link. And we can talk and you might say, yeah, great, let's do it. Or you might say, maybe later. So that's okay, whatever. So just give it a shot. Go to the link and book some time with us.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we want to get into our stories right away because we have 3 stories. Each one is about 5 minutes long. And so, it doesn't leave us much time to tell you about anything else tonight. So we want to get right to those. So the first thing we're going to do is talk about Christine.
Chris, my cousin.
Yes, cousin Chris.
From Canada.
Yeah, now that's remarkable in itself because you know how it goes. Family doesn't listen to you. So.
And she was our first official client, kind of our guinea pig.
She was our guinea pig.
So she's been doing it probably about 3 weeks longer than everybody else.
Right, but her results are amazing. She did really good.
Really great.
Tell us a bit about Chris, what she and her husband Bryce used to do at Costco. You were telling me about this.
Well, they used to go to Costco, and I think once a month or so, they would buy that big 3-pack of Rolaids. Are Rolaids only a Canadian thing, or can you get them here?
No, you get them here.
Okay, because I know here people talk about Tums a lot, but Rolaids. And they'd come in, the big 3 Costco pack. Well, they'd go through them in a month. And she mentioned on our video, although we didn't get that part taped, that she hasn't had a Rolaid since she started the program. That's huge.
Really?
Huge. And not only that, I mean, I've known her my whole life because she's my cousin. Her mom and my mom are sisters. And so she's always had back issues. In fact, she's even had back surgery. And she had that when she was quite young. She's still quite young. But her back issues have almost completely gone away. Like, she doesn't have back pain. It's like one of those things where one day you wake up and you're like, holy crap. I just realized I don't have back pain anymore.
Yeah, I remember that about Chris. She always had back pain. So, and she, now listen, guys, part of our program involves exercise. And Chris lives in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan. Well, close to it.
Close to it. It's not actually Saskatoon.
But even worse, because she's out in the country. And I say worse because in winter, man, it gets cold out there. And she has gone out. She's been snowshoeing with her neighbor. She's gone out and done it. So anybody who lives south of the 49th parallel, i.e. everybody listening right now, we have no excuse. If Chris can do it out in the snow, snowshoeing, so can you. So here's Chris. Take a look.
For me, I knew I felt uncomfortable. Like in my clothes, I knew I wasn't super healthy. I was tired a lot. I wanted to get healthier, lose weight, obviously, but didn't know where to start. And I always knew that you guys followed that stuff, but I didn't want to ask, I guess. I didn't know where to start.
Right, okay. Well, we were honored that you asked because usually family is the last one, that wants to do anything with other family. That goes.
Right.
So what do you do for a living? Let everyone know what your day's like.
Well, right now I drive the school bus to Asquith School, and then I work as an EA at the school, and then drive the bus again and come home and
Okay, so fairly sedentary. It's not like working, standing up all day or something like that. It's sitting down a lot.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm in pre-K right now with a little boy who's very active, so I do get a lot of running around now, but before that wasn't, no.
Okay. Now, speaking of running around, okay, so we got you doing some things, one of which was exercising, and you had teamed up with
Yes.
one of your neighbors. And I
Yes.
remember that when you first started, you said you're out of breath, not able to do it, right?
Yeah. Didn't think I could do it. She would go for 7-kilometer walks, and I thought, that's crazy. I'm not going to be able to do this. And then in the end, it's like I'm doing this, and I feel like I could go further. On the treadmill, same thing. I thought, you guys are crazy. Like, I can't do this. But the longer I did it, the more energy I had and the more that I wanted to do it and I craved it. I kind of felt like I needed it.
Wow. Well, we're proud of
That's
you.
awesome. Yeah.
Now, you've now what else have we done here? We've first of all let folks know we've been at this for about 12 weeks with you, a little 12, 13 weeks,
Yeah.
something like that. And you've lost how much?
Oh, so close to 30. I'm at 29 pounds.
Oh, by the time this goes on the air, you'll lose that
Yeah.
last one. You'll have no problem.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, first of all,
Mind you, I didn't think I'd be actually able to hit it like 10 pounds or 20 pounds. So to get to almost 30 is like crazy. It's not hard. You just have to do like the right choices, I guess. Upping my water, which I thought I drank a lot of water before, but clearly I wasn't.
right. There's a right way to do it, right? Yeah.
Yes, there's a right way. Yeah, just more greens and getting rid of sugar, which another thing that I didn't think that I would be able to live without.
Good for you.
And now,
And
go ahead.
oh, and I also thought I couldn't live without sandwiches or bread.
That's awesome.
But it's possible.
Oh, very good. And now today you told us you just went to Costco and bought a couple of things I'll bet you've never considered before. So what did you pick up?
Yes, I picked up the erythritol or monk fruit, sugar replacement, and almond flour. And they're actually both awesome. I was kind of skeptic about it, but it's great.
Okay. So what did you do with the almond flour? Just curious.
Well, I made banana bread with it.
Ah, nice. Very good.
And the whole family liked it.
Really?
Might not have told them at first what it was, but they all loved it.
That's
great.
awesome.
Well, for me, I had a checkup at the doctor's that told me my blood pressure was slightly elevated. And I didn't actually tell anybody about that. It worried me, but I didn't know what to do about it. And then I said, like, getting together with you guys to do this, I couldn't have came this far without your guys' guidance. Like the weekly video chats kept me motivated, held me accountable. And for me, the biggest thing was that my blood pressure is now normal, healthy, perfect range, I guess. And
what is it last time?
I didn't know where it's 112/72.
Wow, that's really
awesome.
good.
Really great.
Or 113. Anyway, yeah, but I couldn't have done this on my own because I didn't know where to start. Some stuff I'll still try to wear and then I'll put it on. It's like, oh wow, this is too big. My ski pants from last winter that I could hardly button up this morning because I wear my ski pants at work because we're outside. They're like big and falling down, and it's like the greatest feeling.
That's great.
That's awesome.
Well, congratulations, Chris. We're very proud of you.
Super proud.
Thank you for again for trusting us, and I hope that others see this video and entrust us with their health, just like you have entrusted us with your health. We'd be glad to help.
I do too. I hope so too.
I'm just so amazed by her progress and so proud of her. So 30 pounds, blood pressure back to normal, no back pain, no more Rolaids.
Mm-hmm. And in fact, go ahead.
I mean, I can go on. She's a million things have changed. Her eating habits daily. Yep. Her family's eating habits have changed. Her husband even lost some weight, which was like, when you're pregnant and your husband has birth pains as well and puts on that baby weight. Well, he's lost weight just as a aside. So that's awesome.
And she had psoriasis too, right in her scalp and everything. Now she still takes a drug for it, but people tell her that her skin is glowing. I don't know if anybody for 25 years has told Chris that her skin is glowing.
Yeah.
And so that's just an amazing thing. I love that. And you know what the coolest thing is that she was our guinea pig. Right. When we were first starting this thing, she got on right before we had our blood test as part of this program. We weren't even going to have the blood test. And then I ran into Dr. Tom Lewis and we made it part of our program. And wow, here it is today. It's so much better. But Chris did it without the blood test. She did all of that even without a blood test. So there you go. If you want to just be coached and do it yourselves, I mean, you still, of course, want the blood test. That's the main thing of knowing where you're at. But Chris kind of knew where she was at.
Right.
But who knows what's improved with her health? She's probably gotten even better than she thought.
Right. And it's also before that we knew that because she's from Canada and we're living in the U.S., we didn't even really know how to go about getting that blood test done. Right. But now we have our second Canadian person signing up who will start on March the 15th. And she has got her blood work done in Canada. So that's possible. So now we're kind of excited to open it up to our Canadian friends.
That's right. Yeah, Lorraine was our first, she took the bull by the horns because we can't do anything down here about it. If you want to do it and you live in Canada, you kind of have to, put boots to the ground and do it. And that's what she did. She went to her doctor. We gave her the list of all the tests that we do. And she said, here, I want to do this. The doctor said, okay, fine. The best thing about being a Canadian up there is that you get all that for free. That's part of your national health care up there. Nice. So she got everything done. Now, there's a couple things she didn't get done, one of which was vitamin D, which is insane. It's Canada. Come on, get a grip, Canadians.
Right. But we also know that she's probably going to be low.
Right. So you can kind of assume that, right? Yeah. So that one's not bad. A couple of other little things, but all of the other stuff, like the C-reactive protein, the eosinophils, the TSH, all that, they did it all, and it was all covered by Canadian government. Go figure.
Yeah.
So now we want to meet you, get you to meet another one of our folks, another couple of our folks. It is a young couple. We were kind of surprised when they first came on. We were like, wait a minute, you're in your 30s, you got young kids. Like, I can understand why someone in their 50s would say, okay, I've kind of fell off the wagon for a couple of decades here. I need to get back on and figure out what's going on with the blood test and get back on the program. But they wanted to do it. And they had some very good reasons for doing it too. So here, check this out. What did you want to know about your health?
Well, for me it was, I had those stubborn points of weight loss. I can't seem to get past I can't get past this weight loss. And next,
you kind of hit a plateau.
Plateau. Then Chelsea had mentioned some parts, like she was saying about her family's history, combination with how I saw my family, not necessarily their history, but how they are overall after they reach a certain age. Usually past 55, they start to really look a little bit on the plump side. And it's everybody. It's not just one or two. It's everybody gets plump. And I really didn't want to go to the plump side. I'm like, well, this has to change. And so we were like, well, we knew that in the beginning it was gonna be the financial step to take, but we knew the financial step to take would eventually, if you give them something, you expect something to come back out of it. So we figured, hey, if we pay for this, we know we're invested in it. We have to do this. We have to finish. We can't just go in this halfway through. It has to be we have to try. So
right. If you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it, right?
We wanted to
paying for it.
We wanted to do it for the kids too. Just seeing them eat junk food all day long is not good. And
okay, so that brings up an interesting point. So Chelsea, you were feeding the kids. That's one of the first things we looked at, right? You were feeding the kids, the typical little goldfish crackers and stuff like this, just because that's what kids eat, right? And then you found yourself eating them, and then we kind of looked at your blood work and decided, well, that needed to change, right? So we did that, and you tried some recipes, and what did the kids think of that?
So, our youngest, she's eating anything. She loves it. Our older two, they need a little more encouragement, but they are trying new things. And, sorry. Yeah, it's just they're eating more vegetables now than they've ever eaten before, and I think we're on the right track now. We've quit buying all of that junk food. They haven't had fishy crackers and
The secret stash of Oreos and Doritos.
It's gone. Get it.
And Chris, I know your favorite thing was like Doritos, that type of thing, right?
It was like a chip style snack mixed with some kind of something I probably didn't need. Oh, something I could have eaten, but not eaten together. I'd have found alternatives for those.
Okay. And now you found things like cassava chips and things like this.
Oh
right?
yeah, those and those cauliflower chips. So I can still enjoy things I enjoy, but enjoy them healthier.
Okay. And Chelsea, you told us that you were a person that didn't really like to change. You found your zone and you stayed in it, right?
Yep, I had this is what I buy and this is what I make, and I don't have any interest in trying new things, but that's changed. I've been kind of forced out of that bubble, and I'm surprised at some of the things that I found I actually like. Some products that we've switched out have less sugar than what I was buying, like mayonnaise. The mayonnaise I was buying before versus now, I actually like the new one better, and I never would have tried it before. I think it's good to be proactive. I mean, if we would have kept on the track we were on, eating all that junk, I mean, over time, that's really going to do some damage. And I guess my theory is let's just fix it now so we don't have to go back and try to fix the damage that's been done. Let's try to catch it before it hurts anything.
And you see people that aren't invincible. They may feel they're invincible due to age, but working where I work within the healthcare industry, you see people who live those lifestyles. Oh, I'm invincible. Next thing you know, they're 300 pounds in a wheelchair, and they have stage 4, stage 3 diabetes. They're in some points in their life medically that are not reversible.
Right.
They've gotten their body is shutting down. Their body can't produce the insulin. Their body can't produce the livers can't function correctly without assistance. I mean, they have to go on some kind of dialysis. These people, same people I've talked to, I've interviewed with in the past, their lifestyles were reckless. I mean, not necessarily reckless with drugs or alcohol, it's reckless with their eating habits.
Mm-hmm.
And now it takes them down. So this was a nice wake up call with the blood test, saying, okay, you know what, she was in a lot of green areas. I was in some yellow areas, but if we were to continue that lifestyle, those yellows would have turned into reds. Then it could. I mean, you could say you're invincible, but let's say you have the highest level of diabetes you possibly can go to, and you catch it late. You're not getting your leg amputating your leg, and now you can't exercise correctly anymore. So it's best to get a hold of it as soon as possible, opposed to waiting and saying, or when you're 300 pounds, going, I think I need to make a change. The change is going to be a lot harder at 300 opposed to getting it at 180.
Mm-hmm. You know, we're really proud of you guys. You know, we've had other people who are like approaching their mid 60s, and we say, oh man, they're going to the gym and they're doing 20 minutes on the rower and feeling great. That's great for them. You guys are doing it with 3 little kids. Other people look at you guys and go, how are you doing that? But you're doing it. So you guys are a testament that if you guys can do it, anybody can. So I want to thank you for taking the plunge and doing this with us. And we're so pleased that you're getting results out of it. And we just really love you guys. And thank you for being on the ride with us.
Well, thank you.
You guys are super awesome.
So here's the thing. We're the parents.
Yep.
And they're the kids. And if I had a dime for every time that I heard over the past, 20 years, oh, but the kids are missing out. We want them to have sugar.
You're depriving your kids of fun. Yeah.
We're the parents. They're the kids. They are resilient. You change their diets, which we did overnight with our kids 15, 20 years ago, and it was 2 days, and they just fell right into step.
Yeah.
What are we doing to them if we are not changing it now and we go for 20 years eating fishy crackers and sugar? What are we giving to them for their future?
Yeah, right. Look at what we're giving. You can see what we're giving them to their future.
So
Just look around you.
I'm so proud of them for doing that, for their kids, for their future.
Yep.
And their kids, you know, they may be picky eaters, but you will find things, and they're not going to go hungry. They're gonna eat after a day or so, and
Yep.
and they're gonna fall in line. And we're the parents.
Yep. I love Chris and Chelsea. They're awesome people.
Great.
And when Chris was talking about the reds and the greens and the yellows, what he was talking about there was basically the what we call the chronic disease temperature. So green is good, yellow needs help, red means you need to do something now. Right. And so when he was talking about being in the yellows and maybe going to the reds if he didn't do anything, that was like he was going to be in danger, and he wants to be in the green. That's his goal. And speaking of goals, Chris's weight loss kind of plateaued a little bit, and so he was like, man, what can I do? And I said, okay, I'm going to challenge you, Chris. Do 100 sit-ups, 100 push-ups, and 100 crunches.
Right.
And so he's doing that every day now, and he did it for the whole week. He didn't falter at all. And so now I said, okay, I'm going to match you. I'm going to do it too, because now you've inspired me. So Chris and Chelsea Tebow, awesome people. Yep. Now, so we've had a family member, we've had a young couple, and now we have someone who's approaching retirement and wants to be healthy for her grandbabies. And this is Mimi Gentry. Mimi is watching tonight, so thank you for watching, Mimi. And there were several things going on with her health that she had no idea. And so we want to share that with you tonight because it was kind of a surprise. And what she found out could have been very well life-saving. So check this out. I know you've been doing a previous health program to lose some weight. You had tremendous success there, but that wasn't enough. You wanted to do some more. Is that right?
Right, right. I wanted to find out about my health and health history. My dad is 91, and I've seen him have some health issues, and I didn't want to have those same issues.
And is that what attracted you to the blood test and all that we have?
Yes, yeah. That's why I wanted to join. I heard the advertisement and wanted to get more information about my health.
So what was your reaction when you first saw the blood test that you had?
Unbelievable. I had no idea that I had that health issues, especially since just losing the weight that I had lost. I felt great, and I thought everything was going well. And it is going well, but I had hidden issues, and this information really has helped put me on a straighter path than just losing weight. This will be a complete life-changing event for me, and I will be tremendously healthy when this is all complete. Now, so I'm very thankful for that.
You've had some other tests done at the advice of our doctor partners, and you're about to do those next month, I believe. But in the meantime, you said that you had some pain. So how is that going since you started our program?
Well, the pain is just about subsided completely, and I'm looking forward to going to the dentist because any pain that I have left, I'm guaranteed possibly that's going to be completely gone by the testimonials before, the people that are posting on Facebook, and I'm excited, and I'm on a waiting list in case they have someone that fails to show up for an appointment. They can call me and I can get in sooner, but otherwise it's the whole month from now. Wonderful. So, but I'm excited about that.
Yeah, we've had someone else who had the same kind of issue. One of these things you don't ever think about, that your problems start in your mouth. So can you just relay what was found in your mouth that was likely the cause of everything else that's going on for you?
Well, I had some bone grafting, and I've had some root canals done, and a previous implant that had become infected, and had that removed. And there's just been a lot of oral infection that has set up, and we're going through the phases and the process of getting that eliminated. And I'm pretty sure that's going to help relieve, when this is all done, that everything will be completely gone, because a lot of it is already subsiding. So I'm really excited about the outcome of this, and I will feel like a winner with all of that.
Well, we're really proud of you, because I know you've described to us the salads that you take to work and that kind of thing. You work in a very high stress environment at a college.
Yeah.
Of course, there's COVID all over the place with the kids and everything, but you're not afraid to take the good stuff to work. And even if people laugh at you behind your back about your food, you don't care. You're just doing it. And we
That's
love
right.
that about you. And that's why you succeed, because a lot of people don't want to rock the boat or whatever. But this is where you have to rock the boat. You have to do what you want to do to get healthy. And that's where your focus is. So we thank you for that.
I have learned through this program what food really is. And I have been able to walk away from hot and now donuts and other food, cupcakes. They were brought in on the same day right after the Super Bowl. Someone lost they had a little inner office bet, and I went and looked at them. They were very pretty. They smelled good. And I said, but it's not food. And I'm not going to put that in my body. Why? Because I have learned what hurts me, and those things hurt and feed inflammation. They feed infection, and I want that no more in my body. So I was able to walk away, and they're like, don't you want a donut? And I said, no.
You are entering a phase of your life where you're considering retirement and a few other big changes in your life. And we are just so pleased to be a part of helping you to get healthier so you can live a great grandma life and be excited with the kids and be able to do things and be pain-free so you can go and do the things that you want to do and enjoy life and not have to worry about work or anything else.
Right. Absolutely. I'm looking forward to it.
So Mimi also told us that she is on her third pant size change since starting the program. Right. So that is huge. That is just awesome. She has done a great job, and she has been completely, if I can say the word, compliant. Everything we asked, told her to do to help her change her life, she has done. And that's why she's getting success. I mean, we can only coach you to a certain point, right? You get the blood test, we explain it to you, what it means, we can show you what to do, but then once our Zoom call is done, and there's a whole week or more between the next Zoom call, it's up to you. Yeah, you got to do it. You got to do the work. Right. So if you are up for that, we encourage you to go online and just book a time with us. Right. Okay. Try to listen to it all. If it's not for you, okay, whatever. That's fine. No harm done. But give us a call. It's a free call. LairdWellness.com/blueprint, and we can talk to you about it and figure out if it's right for you. And so that's all we wanted to encourage you with tonight, with these great stories. These people are still going, by the way. They're still a couple more weeks, and they're still going to have even more successes as we go. Right. Now, we want you to tune in for one more thing tonight, and that is Shabbat Night Live. Tonight, we are starting a brand new series. I had the privilege of interviewing Joel Richardson. He deals with a lot of stuff from Sinai and Jerusalem. He has a very interesting concept. This is called the highway in the desert. He says, from what he finds in Isaiah, that when Jesus returns, he doesn't set his feet on the Mount of Olives right away, although that is in the Bible. It starts at Mount Sinai, and we march through the desert. The Red Sea opens up again. We walk back through the Red Sea, and getting rid of all of God's armies and enemies as we go. And then there's a triumphant marriage supper of the Lamb, if you will, on Mount Zion in Jerusalem. Wow. That is quite the concept. I've never heard that before, but this thing has legs. You should really watch it. So it's ShabbatNightLive.com. Go there. By the way, thank you for watching tonight. Thank you. We will see you next time, hopefully next week. We're trying to do this more consistently now, and we really appreciate you watching. So again, thank you for watching, and go to LairdWellness.com/blueprint, and let's talk to you about this program.